All right, it's Friday. It can only mean one of several things.
We're getting Figgy with it.
That's right. Nelson Figueroa, our friend from SportsNation Nightly, joins us. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you guys?
You had quite the reaction to those splits.
Yeah, I'm out for that reason.
He saw the guy do the back thing and then land in the split. He goes, I'm out.
Yeah, he did that all in one motion.
He was in until that happened. Then he said, I'm out.
That happened.
Yeah.
I know.
That is unbelievable. Yeah, I can only fathom.
Right? I wish. All right. Should we start on the hardwood today?
I love that.
I like it.
Tell us what's happening with the Knicks.
It's a great time to be a Knicks
What's
fan.
happening with the Knicks? If you don't know what's happening with the Knicks, you've been living under a rock. They've won 9 in a row. They've started a win streak. They're 14-2 in the month of January. It's their second best month in franchise history. All good things are happening.
Yeah.
Yes, in their franchise history.
Yes.
All good things are happening right now for the Knicks. And the crazy part about it is they're not even 100%.
Right.
They've
Mr.
lost
Brunson.
Brunson has been killing it, carrying the load right now, getting MVP chance at the Garden. When you look around, Julius Randle has been out. He's going to be out for the next 3 weeks. Yeah, he's got a bad rotator cuff when he fell. We also have OG Anunoby, who since the trade has really been the difference maker.
Say that 5 times fast.
OG Anunoby.
So since the early 90s, they have not been this good.
Yes.
That's
That's
They're
like
an exciting
vintage.
team.
That's vintage Nick era.
Great time to be alive.
It was.
94.
Yeah, they're doing their
Mr.
thing
Ewing.
right now, and they're exciting. And if they can keep it up until Randle gets back, it'll be very promising this
Imagine
year.
that.
Holy smokes.
Awesome.
All right, from basketball to football?
We couldn't have Figgy on the show unless we talked about the Chiefs.
Yes, the Chiefs, but in particular, when we talk about the Chiefs, we're talking about the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So it seems like every year, right? You look at the prices that you're going to have to pay for this
I don't
Super
wanna
Bowl.
look at them.
Las Vegas, here we not come. There's no way that you can afford to do this. 2 game tickets, over $20,000. The airfare alone, $1,400. Food, hotel. In total, you're looking at $22,000 to $27,000. And the crazy part is that this is some of the older hotels. The newer hotels who are still having availability, they want $2,000 a night and a minimum of a 3-day stay.
To quote you, I'm out.
And I'm out. Yeah, listen, it's fun to think about going. It's fun to think about supporting your team. But when you're having to go to Vegas and mortgage your house to watch
$27,000, that's what some people make in a year.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a very expensive price to go see Taylor Swift.
The airfare alone.
You'll see more Taylor Swift on regular TV when they keep cutting to
because
it.
they have, I was reading they have a historic amount of cameras this year, like on the goalposts. And I forget, Juliana told me the number yesterday.
Have
it's insane.
either of you ever been?
No.
No.
Have you been?
I've covered it as a reporter, so I don't get to enjoy it the way everybody else.
Where were you?
I went to Tallahassee, I went to Seattle, and I went one other place. I cannot remember. It's fun, but when you're working it, it's very different than sitting there with your beverages and your stuff and
snacks,
cheering up.
yeah.
Exactly.
And in fact, one of the biggest prop bets that's going is how many times Taylor Swift will be shown.
Of course.
Obviously.
So I've got to see what that
I'm going to take the
over-under
over. Whatever it is,
You'd be
I'm
silly
taking
not
it to
to.
the Super
Without a
Bowl.
doubt.
Exactly.
All right, shall we stick with the Super Bowl? Let's turn our
do it.
focus to
There
Ms.
it
Swift.
is.
But also the wife of 49ers fullback Kristen Juszczyk.
Yes.
Kyle Juszczyk's wife. This was fantastic. Everybody saw on that ridiculously cold day, Taylor get out of the golf cart in that giant puffer jacket, and I was like, where do I get me one of those in green and white with the 87 on the back?
There you go.
And there's a story behind the jacket.
Yeah, the story is that Kristen wound up making these jackets, and she made them for her teammates' wives, and she's been doing it for a little while. She has her own clothing brand. She has about 600,000 followers on Instagram who are interested in these jackets. And then she actually made them for the opponent because fashion is available to everyone.
That's right.
No one is versus when it comes to fashion. And in support of her, I mean, they're loving them. They're loving the look. And this is going to skyrocket, of course, because T. Swift has put one on herself. And she actually got a licensing deal with the NFL.
Huge.
Kristen did.
Kristen did. Yes, Kristen did. And it's a huge deal. Alyssa Milano had done it with the Major League Baseball, did a women's clothing line.
Yep.
So it's very good to see women getting a chance to do things in a male-dominated industry. And not only that, but they're putting their own little flair to it, and it's something different, not the same thing every year.
Kristen, if you're watching, I will take a green jacket.
Yeah.
Please. And that thing looked warm, too.
It reminded me of what you swimmers wore.
The parkas.
Yeah.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
That's nice. Imagine that on a cold winter's night.
I'm size we, if you need to.
She'll take one in blue
Someone
for the Giants.
Shame. Let's stay with the football teams, but let's talk about the Ravens. Sports stars, they're just like us.
Everyday superheroes.
Yes. Tell us about one tight end, Mark Andrews.
So Mark Andrews was flying from Baltimore to Arizona, and what he was trying to do was just enjoy a flight. When a woman all of a sudden felt ill, went down in the middle of the flight, close to his seats, he jumped in to try to help figure out what was going on. There was a doctor and a nurse available, and he was the one who said, "Is she diabetic?" And everybody stopped after checking her vitals and everything else, and he brought out his own test kit, showed them how to use the test kit, and they wound up, doing that for her as well. And he said, "I'm not ashamed of being a diabetic." He's like, "I wear my heart on my sleeve, and also the fact that I have to live with this just like everybody else." And so for him to be on that flight and have the wherewithal to even think of something like that, and it wasn't something that no one could figure out, especially when you're in the chaos in mid-air. So Mark Andrews jumped in selflessly to help this woman out and help save her life.
Look at that.
So no one else could figure it out. It was him.
Well, it was one of those things where they're going in and checking all the vitals,
Right,
and
they're
they're trying to go through the
else,
and the
heart
first thing
attack,
that
whatever.
for him was, hey, my blood sugar gets low when I travel because I don't eat enough, or I don't eat the right things, or I just came over and I didn't sleep well the night before. So he figured out, you know what, check
Try
for
this.
check the
Thank God
test
he was
kit.
on board. Thank you for your
Imagine
service.
is there a physician on board or a professional football
Or tight end.
Tight end, yeah, hey, whatever works. And I think that's one of the things that, as athletes, anytime you get a chance to rise to the occasion, you're used to the pressure, jump right in.
Unbelievable.
That's cameraman Mike's team right there.
That's right.
The Ravens.
That's right.